VC. It's a nice, well, say nice, somewhat overcast bank holiday morning here in the UK. I'm going to do a quick video in response to VinylCollector James's 1000 subs contest. I would imagine most, if not all, of my followers will also be following James. A brilliant channel, shows a great sort of selection of music, very knowledgeable about what he shows and very passionate about what he shows as well. I've picked up a number of hints and tips about stuff to buy from the channel, and highly recommend you have a look if you haven't done so already. I'll put the ubiquitous link down the bottom here. James' contest had how many questions? What, 5 questions. So I'm going to try and rattle through these a little bit quicker than I managed yesterday from my videos where I seem to witter on quite a bit. Don't hold your breath though. So, first question, what's the biggest grail that you have in your collection? Well, you don't have in your collection. I don't really have grails per se. I mean, I have albums I would like to pick up, but I've got nothing I'm desperately looking for. I enjoy having albums and I enjoy listening to the music. If I haven't got it, I don't worry about it unduly, although Jill, my wife, might tell you otherwise. I just, there are stuff I would like to get, but, not unduly worried that I don't have. It doesn't mean I don't want to buy lots of stuff, but it just means that there's nothing necessarily that's top of the list. If I had to choose something, and I will, I'm going to go for an album that I mentioned in my VC introduction. In my VC introduction, I said that there were a number of albums that I sold when I was a student to pay for beer money, and regret that now, and it's becoming increasingly expensive to get those albums back. And I think the one that bothers me most is In Court the Crimson King. And this is a great reissue from 2 or 3 years ago. And this is by DGM. It's King Crimson's and Court the Crimson King. Did I say that already? Brilliant album, absolutely love it. Now, I had a copy of this in my late teens, which I picked up in a second-hand record shop. Now, I can't for the life of me remember what pressing it was. I'm pretty sure it was a pink rim second pressing, but it may very well have been a pink eye. All I know is it was in great nick, and I regret not having it. I mean, just having a look through Discogs and eBay in sort of prep for this video, I was looking at sort of prices of copies, and I think a pink eye copy in near mint condition, which is what I would consider my original copy to have been, currently going for around about 400 quid, and a near mint copy of a pink rim issue going for about 75 to 100 quid. I mean, I'm sure if I saw one in the wild and I'd had a few pints, I might drop on it. But the worst thing is, Jill, my wife, knows exactly how much these things cost, so if one suddenly turned up in the collection, there would be questions asked. Anyway, that's my choice for Grail. Next up, Desert Island album. Now, I've already answered this once previously on another contest video, but I'm going to go for something different this time. And I thought, it's got to be something that gives me value for money. He's got a number of tracks on it, and takes me back to a time where I can remember good things in my life. If I'm stuck on a desert island, I'm not going to be happy all the time necessarily. So I want to have something that's going to remind me of good times and put a smile on my face. So I went for 1979's Stranger Than Night by UFO, double live album with brilliant Hypnosis cover. Pretty much most people in the rock fraternity will know this album fairly well. Came out on Christmas 1979, like I say. It was actually recorded in the States in 1978 when they were on tour in Louisville and Chicago. There you go, Christmas label. And this is just a brilliant album. It's my favourite live album of all time. And you get bang for your buck on here. Schenker's on great form. Apparently, he wasn't overly happy with the choices made of which tracks to use from which shows, so refused to do any overdubs on the album. So what you get is what was played at the shows, allegedly. Brilliant live album, love it. It was the last recording ever made with Schenker. He left not long after that, and Paul Chapman took over on guitar. So there you go, that's my Desert Island album. Road Trip album. Well, that's going to have to be something by Rush. Anything by Rush. I'm not gonna pick anything out here because I've got something coming up in the later questions, so I don't want to overdose on Rush. But pretty much anything by Rush. It's my wife's favourite band. If we're going to be in the car for any length of time, we're going to have some Rush in there. Currently, it's Permanent Waves. So there you go. Permanent Waves by Rush. That's my drive album. I like all sorts of different musics when I'm driving. It doesn't depend. It doesn't have to be anything it doesn't have to have a driving beat or anything like that. But anything that I like, anything I enjoy, I don't mind. But Rush, always got to have some Rush in the car. So there you go. Next one, Unexpected album in the collection. Now I believe it was Farley who had this as part of his subs contest recently, and I chose U2. I think I showed Joshua Tree because I can't abide U2, so why would I have an album in my collection? Don't know what it is about the band, just can't stand them. So I was trying to think, what could be more unexpected than having a U2 album in my collection. So I thought, well, how about 2 U2 albums in my collection? This one's a bit manky, marks on the sleeve, but I'm not really sort of taking care of this one. It's not something I'm ever going to listen to. This came in the same batch as the Joshua Tree from a friend who at work who was emigrating to Canada. Just kept it because I got the space. It will go when I need the space. So there you go. What's more unexpected than having one U2 album for someone who hates it, 2 U2 albums. And finally, album with lyrics you relate to. I love lyrics. I love looking at the poetry that people put together and then sort of join that up with lovely pieces of music. I'm picking an album that was it came out when I was 18. So, kind of in my formative years. I just got my right to vote in the UK. I was allowed to drink in pubs for the first time. It was on the cusp of becoming a man. And I chose this album, Signals by Rush. It's got my favourite Rush song on here, which is Analog Kid, which I've shown previously before and mentioned that it's a song which it's got a mantra I follow. It's about living for the day. not worrying too much about responsibility, and just enjoying life for what it is. You can't go wrong with that. But you know, we've got things like subdivisions, which um, you know, at the time I was very sort of socially aware, politics wise, and I was all for equality, etc. So that kind of struck chord with me. We've got the weapon, which you know harks back to those times of the Cold War, where you know there was that constant fear of what was going to happen. Um, so there was a lot going on in this album. Losing It, which you know for those melancholy times in your teenage years when you just want to sit on a sofa and mope about. That was great, great track. So I'm gonna go with Signals and Rush. There you go. Right, try to keep the whittering to a minimum, so I hope keep this down reasonable length. Um, Congratulations on the 1,000 subs, James. Brilliant channel, like I say. I really enjoy watching. I particularly enjoy your end of year best ofs. It always gives me something to look out for and check up on. Here's to the next 1,000, mate. I know.